Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play at Danganronpa 2. In the last episode, I'm sorry I left you hanging here in the middle of the trial, but sometimes I gotta just call it, just when I see a moment, I just gotta call it, man. I just gotta call it. So, where we left off here in the trial, Gundam was about to proceed with some point that I don't remember, but I know one thing is true, we have not even started to suspect whoever did this yet. We're still trying to figure out exactly what went down. So, I really don't remember where we left off specifically in the conversation, but it'll all kind of come back to me as we go. But anyway, Gundam, please proceed.
You said earlier that Strawberry House and Grape House are connected vertically, right?
Indeed.
If so, how does the contact elevator supposedly transport us from one house to the other?
The answer is it probably rotates. I see. Now that you mention it, I completely forgot about that matter.
If that elevator moves vertically, then when your back is facing the elevator, both towers should be on the same side.
Oh, then it just rotates. It just does a 180 as it goes up. That's all.
But does this reflect reality? Inside Grape House, Grape Hall is on your right when your back is to the elevator. And inside Strawberry House, Strawberry Hall is on your left when your back is to the elevator.
Uh-huh.
Which means the houses are on exact opposite sides of the tower.
Uh-huh.
Answer me, fiend! What does this mean?
What does this mean?
Oh god, here we go. I agree. What does this mean? It means the thing with the compass. We need to bring that up. Anyway, if the two houses are connected vertically, the position of the tower should be the same in both houses. But in fact, when my back was facing the elevator in Grape House, the tower was on my right. And when my back was facing the elevator in Strawberry House, the tower was on my left. How can I break through this contradiction? The compass, my friend. But it's going to be hard to explain, I think. Anyway, I think is it Kazuichi's account? I think it's Kazuichi's. Let me go ahead and check check my list. Take my list and check it twice. What is Kazuichi's account again? Apparently the compass's needle spun 180 degrees while it was inside the contact elevator. Okay, so let's pretend I'm in the elevator facing toward the door. It's pointing north. And it turns south by the time I get to the other side. So that would mean the elevator is actually going... Okay, the elevator is not going straight up and down. It's going around in a spiral to the other side. Right? Isn't that what that would mean? Because even if the elevator flipped around and just spun itself, that would still mean we'd be facing the other way. And thus, the houses would have to be on opposite sides in general. Right? Right. They wouldn't be on top of each other anymore, right? Because the houses would be facing... Basically, I'd be facing the wrong way. I still have to be facing the same direction for the tower to be on either side of me, right? So essentially, I have to go all the way around to the other side. So that's what I'm thinking. We spiral around to the other side of the building. That's my guess. Let's see if that ends up being the case. But this is definitely the part that has to do with the elevator. It's Kazuichi's account.
Houses are connected vertically.
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
Uh-huh.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Which means your reasoning...
It's clearly contradictory.
That's it?
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
They probably did the kill together. That's why they're arguing together. I mean, obviously we know at least Sonya has a thing for Gundam, but maybe they did this whole kill together. Wouldn't that be interesting? Anyway, so Gundam and Sonya have matching arguments. It sounds like it makes sense, but is that really correct? Let me read what they say
The two
again.
houses are connected vertically.
Which one sounds
The
false?
elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
Vertically is true. That part is true.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite
I'm gonna do this.
directions.
No? Really? I assure you, when the elevator is behind you, each tower exists in opposite directions. That part is true. Hajime, your back is getting scorched.
Damn it!
Okay, let me see what other bullets I have before I
If the
assume
two
this is
houses
the
are
one.
connected vertically.
Doorknob shouldn't matter. Strange
The
feeling
elevator
in the
should
tower
move.
shouldn't matter. Akane's account? Okay, what was Akane's account? I think her account has to do with something completely separate. Yeah, the rumbling noise. That has nothing to do with anything.
Vertically,
What
not
are my other
horizontally.
bullets? Fuyuhiko's account? His is something completely separate too. Pretty sure. Yeah, Fuyuhiko saw Nekomaru walking around the first floor of the house. Okay. Contact elevator.
However, at
Let me see what that says. Contact elevator used to move from houses was broken and no longer worked. Apparently broken at the grave house side, so the last person used it. Okay, that doesn't help me in this case.
both houses,
So the only thing that could help me...
if the contact elevator is behind you,
Wait!
the tower.
Wait. Nagito's sudden appearance. Does that help me? Nagito's was supposed to be at Strawberry House, but he appeared in Grape House. Contact elevator. Does this help me? This doesn't say in this, but the fact that he could show up without using the elevator might actually be a thing,
Towers are
because
in
that means he
opposite
definitely...
directions.
Which means you're...
It's clearly
What's with this
Hold
iron
on.
curtain of teamwork?
Let me try that.
If the two houses are...
The
Let me
elevator
try
should
this
move
vertically,
against her
not
other thing. 'cause
However, as
the
both
vertically
house,
thing
if the
I'm not.
contact
I'm
elevator is
definitely
behind
not.
you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Oh, that's not it. Okay, all right. I thought I had like a smart idea.
Damn it!
Is there any other bullets I'm forgetting about?
The two houses are
Kazuchi's
connected
counts one of the
vertically.
bullets. Well, maybe I just have to use their
The
shit
elevator
against each
should
other.
move.
I'm gonna try it.
Vertically, not horizontally.
What if I just use what they use against each other? What? How come I didn't grab it? What the heck?
However, at both
Fuck it.
houses,
I'll use hers against him and see what
if the
happens.
contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Oh, I can't grab those? It won't let me grab it.
Which means your
You see that?
reasoning...
Oops.
It's
I clicked the
clearly
wrong thing.
contradictory.
Well then, what the fuck?
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
Okay, I'm just gonna throw Kazuichi's account at the vertically thing too.
If
See
the
what
two
happens.
houses are connected vertically.
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
Oh.
No, that's wrong.
Oh. He was saying the elevator moves vertically. Sorry. I thought he was saying they were
The elevator
connected
wasn't just
vertically.
moving vertically.
Sorry. This just confirms the thing I was saying before I started this argument. Duh. I'm an idiot. I was reading Gundam's thing wrong, and as I clicked triangle, I realized he said that the elevator moved vertically. I already said that the elevator is not moving vertically. We already learned that. Okay. Or we already deduced that, rather.
Isn't that right, Kazuichi?
My bad. I gotta read these words more carefully instead of assuming that I know what they're talking about. For some reason, I thought he was saying that the tower was connected vertically. I'm a stupid ass.
Huh? Me?
Hey, come on. You used the elevator while you were holding that compass Nagito gave you, right?
Right.
Oh, that. Yeah, it was pretty strange. From start to finish, somehow the compass needle rotated 180 degrees.
Rotated 180 degrees? Meaning, as the elevator moved between the two houses, it also rotated 180 degrees.
Thanks for spinning the whole screen to give me an idea.
It was probably following the building's perimeter as it rotated to the other side.
And there you go. That's exactly what I was picturing when I said it probably spiraled up the building. Booyah. Nailed it.
Which means the exit would be on the opposite side once you arrived at the other house, right?
I'm glad they showed this with a nice little model visually to show you know what I was trying to say. That's exactly what I was trying to say.
And thanks to that, the tower we saw on our right side when we arrived at Grape House appeared on our left side when we were at Strawberry House.
There you go. Booyah.
An elevator that rotates while it moves. Is that even possible? It's like something from an amusement park.
Oh, you don't say.
Well, a funhouse is an amusement park attraction, you know. And since the building doesn't really need to be structurally practical, it makes for some splendid fun.
That's not splendid at all! You're inhuman!
You monster.
You say
You're
I'm
a monster.
inhuman, but I'm just a bear. So I was never human to begin with.
Fair enough.
I'm different from these lowly humans.
Uh-huh.
So we're done with the secret of the funhouse, right? Then let's start talking about the important stuff.
True that. Let's do it.
What's the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru? And how'd they combine it with the pillar?
Yeah, tell me now.
Huh? You still don't know what the ultimate weapon is yet?
It's what I found at the Octagon, you know?
Oh yeah?
What is the Octagon? I haven't heard about that yet.
Oh my... I can't believe I have to explain that now.
God damn,
As
dude.
long as you know what an Octagon means, you can solve this simple mystery easily.
What an octagon means? It's 8 sides. What the hell? Okay.
I see! If I recall, an octagon is a shape with 8 sides, right?
Good work, reserve student.
I didn't expect you to know that.
Oh god, he
You're a substitute reserve course student.
I could be
You're
Nagito
quite
now, dude.
knowledgeable.
I could easily talk shit on Hajime all day.
I guess I should continue listening. Where is the place befitting of the name Octagon?
The place befitting of the name Octagon. Well, I would guess underneath at the very bottom? Maybe? Wait, what? Under, oh shit, really? I'm gonna say down here. Hey, which place would be the Octagon?
Crap!
In the middle? Strawberry House? But isn't Strawberry House 4-sided?
Crap.
Oh. Maybe the Octagon is in the tower? Octagon's inside the tower, but isn't the tower circular?
Crap.
Shit, I'm using all of my health. Fuck. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I think it would be underneath. On top? No.
Crap!
What the f- I'm confused. What? I'm literally using up all of my health, and this is bad. I'm about to fucking fuck this up. God damn it. No. No!
Crap.
What am I supposed to say here? Looks like I had a little misunderstanding. And I just lost because I clicked everywhere. Where the fuck does it want me to click? No! Oh my god, skip all this. It's just gonna blame me. They're gonna say I did it. We already know. Blah blah blah. Yes, I would like to retry things.
We will never give up!
I never give up, especially when I don't know what to do. Fuck, man. I hate when I fail. But this one's stupid. What the hell are they talking about, Octagon? Place befitting of the name Octagon. Outside? I don't know. I don't know. What are they talking about? I can't move this fucking screen anywhere. Underneath? In between? Octagons have 8 sides. The greenhouse has 6 sides. What the fuck? Octagon. Octagon. Down here? I don't think the Octagon is in Strawberry Hall or Grape Hall. It's not inside Grape House or Grape House. It's not inside the tower. It's in the elevator?
Crap!
Oh my god, what the What kind of question is this? I don't understand.
Here!
Are you fucking... Okay. Fine. Fine.
You're talking about the secret room surrounded by concrete in the depths of the final dead room.
It's in between. Fine. The fucking... That was so stupid. Ugh. Good
Why
lord.
is that place the Octagon?
You know how the 4-sided strawberry house is on top of the 6-sided grape
Yeah,
house?
I know. And I know the Octagon's in between. That was the point. And I clicked there already, but apparently I didn't click in the right fucking spot. It's not like I could tell. Stupid game.
If you cut a 4-sided shape out of a 6-sided one, you get 8 edges.
Oh,
It becomes
good
an 8-sided
lord, of
shape.
course. Okay, thanks.
That's basically the gist of it. The true identity of the Octagon is that secret room in the depths of the final dead room. In actuality, that place contained various weapons.
Then the ultimate weapon was there too?
That's a little different. I learned the true identity of the ultimate weapon at the Octagon. Learned? The true identity of the ultimate weapon is the Funhouse.
Wait, what? That's all you're saying? Oh, pfft. Blah! Pluh to that. I thought he was going to come up with something more interesting than that. I say patooey to that answer.
Which means the killer used the building structure as their weapon and killed Nekomaru.
Yeah, I could have told you that a million years ago, but I wouldn't have called that the ultimate weapon, so boo! Boo!
Like me, the killer probably realized the secret of the funhouse from the scenery, and then thought of a way to kill making use of the building structure.
Agreed.
The funhouse itself is the weapon. So they killed using the building structure?
That's why the killer tried to keep us from learning the mystery of the building. But more importantly, using the building itself as a weapon? Such a spectacular crime. It truly deserves to be called the ultimate weapon.
Oh, he's getting all excited again. The funhouse is the true identity of the ultimate weapon? What does this mean? How did the killer use that to murder Nekomaru? And who's the killer who did that? I don't know. I don't know if I would say they necessarily used this building to kill him, but they definitely are using it to help them get away with it. Anyway. Why, hello there! I thought of a new bad word to call Manami. I can already tell I won't be pleased with this. Then let me say it right away. I'm already used to the insults and slander. There's no way I'll get hurt by a mere word. Manami is a serious stu-fatly. Is that supposed to be like stupid, fat, something? Ugly? It's much more straightforward than I expected. Stu-fatly, huh? Tisk, tisk, tisk. That's not it. That's not it at all. Stupid, fat, and ugly. The perfect jet stream attack incorporating all three of these would be... Ta-da! Stu-fatly! Oh, there's a fat hidden in there?
Okay, everyone, all together now. Monami is a serious stu-fatly.
Nailed it. Stupid Monami. All stew and fat and ugly. I'm just kidding. But still, that's hilarious. Good job, Makan Akuma. Way to come up with a great word. Slow clap for you. Are we back to this? Is Monami gonna pop in here real quick?
Hello.
It is.
I hope your day is well.
Okay, me too.
I'm trying to force myself to be more energetic, or else my mental state won't be able to keep up. Ugh, my heart's thumping like crazy. I might as well have a laid-back, so what attitude and go ahead with high energy. Yeehaw! But be careful that your batteries don't run out for various reasons. And just like I say each time, don't forget to say it frequently.
I know, right? Fucking A. Anyway, back to it.
I never expected the funhouse itself to be the ultimate weapon.
Totes, me neither, because that's a lame answer.
Oh well, let's just press on ahead.
Oh well.
Is it really alright to accept a situation so easily? I mean, that's not what's important. The thing that's really important is the killer who used the building structure. Like, who's Nekomaru's murderer?
There we go. Can we start talking about that now?
But is it really okay to believe the building is the weapon? Nagito said it, you know.
There's no way I'd lie at such an important moment. I don't want to die either.
What happened to the bastard who kept saying how much they didn't mind dying?
No, see, he doesn't mind dying if it's for the right reason. For hope. But he's not just gonna die for nothing. That's his idea, right? That's what he wants.
He's right. There was a time when I thought I could become a stepping stone for your hopes.
Oh. Oh, he's changed his mind completely now. Oh. Okay, never mind on that, I guess.
I will sincerely retract that remark.
Okay, Nagito has truly changed all of a sudden. Interesting. Okay.
Retract?
I'm disappointed too, you know. If this was a murder for the sake of hope, I'd happily sacrifice
Okay, so yeah, he's still got that mindset, but he didn't like this one.
You say such falsehoods, per usual. There is no such thing as murder for the sake of hope. Murder is simply murder.
You tell that asshole.
Forcibly sacrificing others for one's own desires. Even one as diabolical as I would avoid such actions.
I see.
It's fine. Let's just leave him alone and find out who killed Coach Nekomaru as fast as we can.
Yeah.
Just so you know, it's not like I'm getting hungry or anything, you know.
Just so you know.
Akane! You were drooling waterfalls?
Nagito, as usual, I can't tell what he's thinking. No idea if he's serious or not.
Anyway, if the killer used the building structure, why don't we think about how they used it?
How they killed Nekomaru.
It might be better if we clarify the cause of death first, don't you think?
Agreed. Let's confirm that it's the pillar. Nekomaru's cause of death, huh? He was horribly damaged, as if he was beaten senseless with a blunt object. But if he was beaten with a blunt object, it wouldn't be a kill that utilized the building's structure. So what was Nekomaru's cause of death that also utilized the building's structure? Falling? Crushed by the elevator? Beaten with a blunt object? Or a dead battery? Well, the only thing that can involve using the building would either be this one or this one. I'm gonna say crushed by the elevator, even though that seems a little weird. No. No. No.
Crap!
So he fell? Wouldn't be a kill that utilized the structure, so that's not the answer. So his cause of death was falling? Because dead battery is not the answer.
I see!
So he fell? Is that what we're saying?
That's it. I think he might have died from falling.
I am still unsure. Like, this is going to have a weird explanation as to how and why this happened. No matter who did it, or if anybody did it at all and he actually did get himself killed, which is what it's starting to lean toward now.
Died from falling?
If the funhouse's secret is that it's a structure where both towers and houses are vertically connected, then the killer made use of its height and caused Nekomaru to die from falling.
Are you saying they pushed him off? Where'd they push him off from?
That, I don't know yet.
Don't just make things up when you don't know the method.
Bitch, you don't know either.
Where in that building would you even be able to push someone off in the first place?
It might be possible in the tower. You could push him off the 4th floor when the elevator is on the 1st floor.
Did you forget how the elevator functions? When it's on the 1st floor, the door on the 4th floor won't open.
Saying he died from falling is truly incorrect. You should burn in the flames of hell.
Fucking Gundam. I can't wait to tell you how wrong you are right now for telling me I'm wrong. That just because he said I'm truly incorrect, that means I'm gonna be correct. It's almost 1000% sure now.
But my gut is going crazy right now.
Nekomaru died from falling. Where did the killer shove Nekomaru from? If I'm gonna reach for the truth behind this incident, I need to solve that mystery next. Is it logic dive time? Because I have nothing. What? We're gonna argue? What? What are we gonna argue about? I have no idea. Let's wait and see.
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
Yeah, okay.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Nekomaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on! Did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside, the other door won't open.
Ugh, damn it.
Which means the elevator wouldn't have moved either.
That must be the threshold of that elevator.
Okay. I need to make it clear so they understand that Nekomaru fell to his death. Okay, which one sounds wrong? Looks like it's all to me. Okay, here we go.
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
Uh-huh.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim
Okay,
from
that's
up
probably
there.
the one we can contradict.
Then,
It's not impossible.
How about this? After locking Nekomaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor
That's
and
probably
made
true,
use of the
so I
drop.
can't really
Hold
contradict
on!
that.
Did you forget the elevator has a sensor?
Or can I?
As long as there's a moving object inside,
Moving object.
the other door won't open.
Good night
Which
button.
means the
Moving
elevator wouldn't
object.
have moved
Got
either.
it. Good night button. Puts him
That
to
must be
sleep.
the threshold of that
Got
elevator.
it. Got it. Remember, Nekomaru he said it himself. If he was in not good
When the
night mode,
elevator is up,
he
you can't go
probably
through the
could
door.
be
It'd be
the thing that
impossible.
stays
Then,
asleep.
How about after
There
locking
we go.
Nekomaru,
I
they
got it.
moved
I
the
got
elevator
it.
and
That's
made
gotta be
use
it.
of the
That's gotta
drop.
be it. Right here.
Hold on! Did you forget the elevator has a sensor?
Gotta be it.
As long as there's a moving object in...
Booyah, son.
No, that's wrong.
He's asleep. Easily can move the elevator. He's in good night mode. Thank you very much.
That sensor should only work if something is moving.
Hell yeah.
If Nekomaru wasn't moving inside, the elevator sensor wouldn't have detected anything.
Could it be his sleep mode?
When Nekomaru's goodnight button is pressed, all of his functions shut down, and he enters sleep.
Exactly. It looked like it was busted open, and somebody definitely must have pressed it.
If he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor wouldn't have noticed him, right?
I see. So that's how...
However, even if they moved the elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have just moved along with it. There
So they
would have
tied
been
him to
no
the
drop
pillar.
for him to fall and die from. Yes.
They tied him to the pillar. And then what? How did they knock the pillar down, though? That's a question I'm not sure about. How would they knock the pillar down? They must have rigged it somehow. Maybe they hooked it from one pillar to another, and then it like yanked one pillar over as the elevator went up, or down rather, and then yanked Nekomaru down to kill him. I guess I could see that. Interesting. Anyway, there have been no drop for him to fall and die from yet.
That's what I was about to explain before Kazuichi interrupted
Before I
me.
get interrupted so rudely.
Silence, pest.
Now you're calling me a pest?
Damn, she is fucking killing him right now. He is gonna go. He's gonna snap on this, dude. Anyway, a way to create the drop inside the elevator while Nekomaru's still in it. Shiaki seems to have an idea, but what way could that be? So what now? We're gonna logic this one? No, we're gonna argue again. Okay. Wire. I'm thinking it's the wire. That's my guess. Wire is my guess.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
Uh-huh.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
Right.
That arrangement is... The hammer is suspicious.
Nope. Hammer's not suspicious, actually.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
The pillar is kind
What
of
about
interesting.
the oil on the floor?
Oil on the floor, not interesting
The
here.
doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
It
Why
does.
don't we all shut up and listen to what Chiaki
Oh,
has to say?
that's why the doorknob's on the floor.
Don't be so cold.
There we go. I was just saying we
What
tie
if
it
I
to the other
start to
pillar.
enjoy it?
Okay, so that's the answer. They tied him to the pillar and then tied the other end to the handle, and that yanked him down, right? Because the grave house is on the bottom. Yep, that's it. That's the answer. Okay, I forgot about the
If you
doorknob.
arrange it a certain way,
So I'm gonna agree.
you can cause the drop within
Is
the
it the
elevator.
wire? Oh
So
wait,
you're telling us all
maybe no wait. I
to
can't
think
grab.
about the arrangement, right?
I can't grab one of the blue
That
things, right?
arrangement, the
Grabbing a
hammer
blue
is
thing is not a thing,
suspicious.
right?
Isn't it about
not
time
right.
we went over the
Okay,
pillar
so-
again?
I think the idea
What about the
is
oil on
I'm
the
gonna
floor?
agree with
The
Fuyuhiko.
doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
Yes!
I agree with that.
Agreed. Booyah. The wire was attached to the handle. Hell yeah.
Didn't the doorknob have scrape marks on it?
Hell yeah.
That might have been where it got scraped by the wire.
That makes sense.
Is that the same wire that was tied around Nekomaru?
Hell yeah, it is.
The tip of that wire was tied into a loop. If the elevator moved while that loop part hung from the doorknob,
If they did something like that, he would have been suspended in midair.
Hell yeah, and that's why the sound was so loud. Now we know why the crash sound happened too. Wow, this is actually answering all the questions. So the real question I have now is, did he do this to himself, or did somebody actually do this to him? I know he's tied up and stuff, but he's a fucking machine. Maybe he did it to himself for some reason or somehow. That's the interesting question. I wonder. Because he could have set this up himself, right? If you think about it. Tie himself up, turn his own button off, and then just let it happen. Maybe. I'm obviously thinking about this pretty hard, but it's still pretty possible somebody did this to him. I'm just saying, I'm trying to leave open the possibility that he did this to himself. I'm not saying that it was him, but I want to believe that the connection to Danganronpa 1 still matters, but as soon as it doesn't, then Nagito can shut up about the connections.
That's right. He was suspended in midair. Huh? The killer tied up Nekomaru with the wire while he was in sleep mode. Tied the tip of the wire into a knot and hung it on the doorknob to the 4th floor.
Yup.
With that, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor of Grape Tower. and suspended Nekomaru in midair.
Oh. Okay. That wasn't quite how I was picturing it, but okay.
That's right! He was so well hung! Kinda like...
You better not finish that sentence.
The killer took advantage of the elevator's unique feature. Only the floor moves. By doing that, they created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death.
Too easy.
Uh-oh. Here we go. Here we go.
So what if they created a drop? There's no way you can make him fall and die with just that. Why? If Nekomaru is suspended in midair like that, then how do you get him to fall? Because if he's suspended in midair, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall.
Yeah. True. That's why I'm confused by this whole situation still, and I haven't really, like, clarified everything yet. I have no idea what the hell the answer's gonna be, but I'm gonna guess...
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a wire,
Oh, shit.
how would they
Shot.
make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him. There's no way they could do that.
Get everything?
It doesn't mean someone had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
Okay.
What?
It is possible.
Nekomaru should have still... If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to himself. Now's the time if you... But in that case, you still won't be able to explain the drop.
I'm out of chops.
Moving the elevator with
Tipped
Nekomaru
over pillar?
inside...
Tipped over pillar. That's the answer. Yep, that's the answer.
Damn it!
He was tied to the pillar.
Even if they suspended
Or the
Nekomaru
other
from
end
a wire,
was, whatever.
how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him up. There's no way they could do that.
Easy. Tipped over pillar, homie.
It doesn't
Just
mean
gotta figure out
someone
which
had
one
to
to
push
put it
him off.
against.
It's possible that he fell on his own.
Yep.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own?
Nope, that was it. Wait, no.
Crap!
Dang it. The other one.
Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have
This
still
one.
been in sleep mode, right?
No? Wait. Oh, crap.
Crap.
What are my other bullets
What?
then?
Nekomaru fell on his own?
Pillar fragments, clock
Nekomaru
alarm
should have still been
timer.
in sleep mode. If he was
radio
sleeping,
clock.
there's no way. Now's the time. But in that case, you still won't be able to. Moving the elevator with Nek is just impossible. End of story.
Radio clock? Wait, hold on. Thanks to Kazuichi, I think I figured out how the killer dropped Nekomaru. If I use that evidence, I should be able to break Kazuichi's
What?
remarks.
Nekomaru fell on. Nekomaru should have
Is it
still.
the
If he
broken
was
doorknob?
sleeping, there's no
No.
way he could do that to himself. Now's the time. But in that case, you still won't be able to. Moving the elevator with Nekomaru inside.
Wait. The broken doorknob is the one we already talked about, right? Yeah. Pull the broken knob. The screws at the base are pulled out. There's some scratch marks on the knob itself. One of the doorknobs on the far back of the strawberry house was missing. So this doorknob was originally attached to that door. Right. Is this the answer, though? Radio clock says what? And automatically adjusts itself. Basically, it's an amazing, precise clock that can't be tampered with. That's not going to help us here. Clock alarm timer. Nekomaru's use alarm to recover from sleep mode. Oh, the clock's arms are stopped at around 7:30, and the alarm was set to 7:30. Huh. That's an interesting little thing that I'm not sure how it's going to matter. Or what is this going to mean? I'm still confused on what this one means. But I don't think it helps us here. Fujiko, pillar. However, there were no fragments on top. What does the broken pillar say? One of the pillars on the side was tipped over. Damage area of the pillar was also stained. So heavy that even two people couldn't budge it. Okay, the tipped over pillar actually doesn't help me here. It has no information on it. Oil doesn't help. What about the hammer real quick? Form was found. It was completely clean, almost as a brand new. What's with the hammer? I'm still bothered by the hammer. I am still confused by what the answer is.
It's just impossible. End of story.
I'm out of cuts. Gotta retreat.
Damn it!
Yeah, shut up. I know.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
I'm gonna try
It
the
doesn't
doorknob.
mean someone
I
had to
guess.
push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
What? Nekomaru fell off? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to himself. Now's the time, but in that case, you still won't be able to moving the elevator with Nekomaru inside.
Shit. Broken doorknob? Damn, I gotta redo the first one again. Shut up. I got
Even
this.
if they suspended Nekomaru from a wire,
fuck.
how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him. There's no way they could do that.
Broken doorknob. Okay, broken doorknob is the only answer I
Doesn't
have.
mean someone had to push him off.
Broken doorknob is the only answer I have that makes sense.
It's possible that he fell on his own.
I skipped it accidentally.
Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
Sure.
If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to him. Now's the time but in that case, you still won't be able to moving the elevator with Nekomaru is just impossible. End of story.
Alright, so let me try that again. Thanks to Kazuchi, I think I figured it out. Alright, I'm just gonna say the broken doorknob on
Nekomaru
both.
fell on his own?
It's not the broken doorknob there.
Crap. What? Nekomaru fell on his own?
The broken doorknob
Nekomaru
here?
should have still been in sleep mode, right?
No. Oh, should have still been in sleep mode. That's the answer.
Crap.
That's the answer.
What? Nekomaru should have still been in. If he
the
was
answer.
sleeping, there's no way he could do that to himself.
Still should have been in sleep mode. That's the answer. That's the answer.
Damn it.
That's the answer I've been looking for.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push
Clock
him up.
alarm
There's
timer.
No way they
That's
could
what
do
it
that.
is. That's exactly what it is. The timer. Because he should have been in
doesn't mean
sleep mode, but
someone
at
had to push
7:30
him
he would
off.
wake up. Okay, that's what it
It's
is.
possible
That's what
that
it
he
is.
fell on
That's
his
the
own.
exact answer. That's the exact
What?
answer.
Nekomaru fell on his own?
So the answer is right here.
Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode.
Allow me
That's
to
it.
cut through
That's
those
the
words.
answer. Man, I was trying to figure out what connects to what there. He definitely says the timer thing. That makes
What do you
sense.
think would happen if Nekomaru woke up while he was suspended upside down in midair?
Exactly. So this is what makes me think he might have actually did this to himself. That makes it even more interesting.
What are you saying? Like, how would he even wake up?
He has an alarm inside his body. As long as it was armed, it would have deactivated his sleep mode.
Uh-huh.
Which means the killer set the alarm before they suspended Nekomaru.
If you woke up from an alarm and realized you were hanging upside down and had no clue why, if something like that happened to you, you would start panicking a lot, right? Instinctively, your body would start moving. Nekomaru probably did exactly that.
Oh, and I'm picturing he probably just fell on top of the pillar and then crushed his head on the pillar. Is that what we're saying? I think that is what we're saying.
And then, in order to make him fall from the force he was generating, the wire was hung on the tip of the doorknob so it would easily slip off. In actuality, the scrape marks caused by the wire were near the tip of the doorknob, right?
Sure.
But Nekomaru didn't fall because the wire came off, right?
He fell because the entire doorknob came off.
that is true.
When Nekomaru awoke, he must have struggled much more than expected, which caused the doorknob to break off.
Was that unexpected for the killer too?
Well, that's probably it. If they knew it'd leave behind evidence like that, they would have at least tried to do something to cover it up.
Killer didn't expect the doorknob to come off. The reason that even happened was because... Use my full power! Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Even Nekomaru didn't think that the doorknob would come off, and he's the one that fucking tried. See? This is starting to lean toward Nekomaru doing this to himself. I'm just saying. It's certainly possible. Especially, remember, the last thing we saw was Fuyuhiko saw Nekomaru going downstairs by himself. That's the one big key right there that makes me think Nekomaru may have done this to himself. Not on purpose, mind you. Who knows what he was actually trying to do. But I feel like he did it to himself accidentally. Isn't it creaking? You break off the doorknob. Oh, okay. Right. The doorknob was about to break. If that's really what it was, then that's the clue Nekomaru left for us to find.
I see. So that's how Nekomaru fell to his death.
Do you finally understand now?
Yeah. It appears it's just as Miss Sonia said. I'm just a pest. No, I'm not just a pest. I'm a total fucking pig.
Damn, okay.
Isn't that right, Miss Sonia? If I'm a fucking pig, you can say so.
No, I believe you gave your all.
Hey, why aren't you teasing me anymore?
This guy. He gets off on this.
So thanks to that alarm, Nekomaru ended up falling while he was still hanging upside down. That doesn't mean he just crashed straight into the floor. Of course, you know that too, right?
Duh, the pillar was broken. He hit the pillar, and clearly his head hit the pillar, and that's why it all broke. Doesn't mean Nekomaru crashed straight into the floor. The moment Nekomaru fell into the floor, the only thing I can think of that happened to him was he collided with the pillar. Cola came out of his eyes. No.
I see.
When Nekomaru fell to the floor, he ended up colliding with the pillar. Isn't that it?
Finally, the pillar!
So that's how the pillar
Finally, the pillar
shattered,
matters.
and why oil was spilled all over the place.
It all makes sense now.
See, I told you the pillar was the weapon. My gut was totally right.
Well, okay, it was the thing his head hit, if that's what you mean.
Well, the pillar was a bonus. It's not even clear if the killer intended that, or if it was just a coincidence.
Indeed.
At this point, it is quite difficult to find a clue that will lead to the killer.
Then what about the alarm? I'm positive the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m. And if we map it out from there...
Hold on, baby gangsta.
Oh, here we go again.
Stop calling me baby gangsta!
What'd you just say? Did you say the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.?
Yeah, and we heard the bang boom smash much earlier than that, did we not?
You didn't check it yourself? Nekomaru's alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nah, that's impossible. Cause even though I slept in a little, I still got to the tower at 7 in the morning. Now that you mention it, so did I. There was no way I could be late for Monokuma Tai Chi, so I left for Grape Tower before 7 a.m. And if we found Nekomaru's body there, it would have been before the 7:30 a.m. alarm went off.
Very true.
It appears yet another contradiction has been birthed.
And that's one that was been bothering me for a while, but I was kind of waiting for it to become a thing so we can see why it's a thing.
How were you able to discover Nekomaru died at 7:30 a.m. when you went to the tower at 7?
That's what I want to know.
Another mystery I don't understand. Seriously, it's just one after another. But I can't choke up at a time like this. Just a little more and I'll be able to reach the truth. This is one I'm not sure, like, why it's off. There should definitely be a clue to breaking through this contradiction. Are we going to logic dive this one or what? No, we're going to try and figure it out. Okay. The wall clock, maybe? Maybe Fuyuhiko's account? One or the other. Something like that. It's got to be one of those.
We headed for Grape Tower before 7 a.m., I am certain.
Okay.
But the
no
alarm inside
contradiction there.
Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
Uh-huh. Oh, maybe it's the radio clock.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
His time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
An illusion.
Killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
Ah, there's your thing right there.
Gotta be it.
That's it right there. His clock in his chest is a radio clock, so they couldn't have messed with it. All right, so there's your contradiction right there. I need to crush one possibility at a time. Okay, this is probably gonna take a few arguments to get to the root of this. All right, let me go ahead and skip all the way to the end there.
Was set for 7.
Pretty sure that's right.
time of death,
Hopefully,
one
I
of
have
those
it right.
must-
I don't
Killer
want to. I
probably
don't have
did
enough
some-
health to
probably
fuck this
messed
up
with the
again.
clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
Got
No, that's
it.
wrong.
Easy one. Can't mess with that shit. It's a radio clock, bitch.
No, the clock inside his chest was a radio clock, so it would have been impossible to mess with.
So you're saying there's no way the killer could have tampered with the clock?
Not easily, anyways.
Maybe the clock Miss Sonia saw was the one that got tampered with.
The clock inside Grape House?
No, I checked all the clocks inside the funhouse.
Oh, that's what I asked you to do. So you really listened to me and checked all the clocks.
And because of that, I can confidently declare that all the clocks had the same time displayed.
If there's no possibility that the time was tampered with, then we must doubt that human's testimony.
Please believe me, we are not lying.
Then maybe it's a misunderstanding?
I never misunderstand. I'll crush you into dog food.
This time-related contradiction. I don't think I should doubt the testimonies. I should doubt the clock. There's no mistake that something was done, but what was it? Perhaps we overlooked something? Maybe we're misunderstanding something? Think. If I focus and think, I should be able to find the answer to that mystery. Is this gonna be a logic dive? There it is. I'm like, something's gotta help me here, because I got no info for this. Good lord. Okay, here we go. Pretty sure it's X to go faster, triangle to jump, and circle to brake. Let's go. And hooey! Ah, gotta press it. Gotta press it. And whee! Alright, we're in there. Where's the first question at? Alright, here we go. What did Hajime and the others misunderstand? The time in the building where the murder happened. Oh shit. The time in the building? I'm guessing? That's gotta be it. I mean, that's basically what Hajime just said. We hadn't misunderstood what time it was. Okay, so that was an easy one. So they didn't know what time it was. Why did they not know what time it is? That's a good question. Why would they not know what time it is? Why would they be off? I guess we're gonna logic that out here in a sec. Oh god! Holy crap, you gotta jump at an angle? That's crazy. Whew. It's turning into a real minigame now. Holy shit, okay. Which clock was tampered with? The building, Nekomaru, or both? I'm gonna say that the one that got tampered with is Nekomaru. And I am wrong! No! So, the building clocks got messed with? I mean, it wasn't both if it wasn't Nekomaru, so it has to be the building one. So, okay. Somebody messed with the building clocks, and that's possible because they can get to both buildings. So technically, they can mess with both of them to throw everyone off. So that's certainly possible. It is possible, so that's not an impossible statement. That much is true. It's not an impossible statement. Ugh. Oh man, what a game this has become right here, man. What a mini game. All right, last question. Which house had the wrong time? That's both. Both had the wrong. And now we're going to have an argument of how both can have the wrong time if you couldn't get to both houses. And we're going to answer that pretty easily because we have a way. If you beat the game, the little, you know, the killing dead room game, then you can easily have been in both houses. So this is going to be an easy one to argue as long as I can figure out which points they're trying to make.
It's all coming
Interesting. Okay, so somebody fucked with the clocks. Got it. Again. Could it have been Nekomaru himself? This does not refute that it could have been himself again. Anyway, yes.
Yeah, none of the clocks had the wrong time.
But what if all those clocks have been messed with?
What? All the clocks?
Yes, all.
So even if you checked all the clocks inside the building, there's no way you'd have noticed it.
I see. So the killer messed with the time inside the whole building by changing all the clocks.
So that's what it was. There's no way I would have noticed that.
This is truly fantastic!
Now's not the time to be pleased. More importantly, how much was the time off?
She's right. That's the main problem. You need to clarify by how much time was off after the killer messed with the clocks. It's definitely the next mystery. I'm going to reach the truth in one go. Well, we know that if Nekomaru died at 7:30, we got there after that, so... Okay. Akane's account had to do with what again? The sound that we heard, right?
If the time in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
Yep.
The time of death was clearly 7:30 a.m.
Okay.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be in our time?
Okay.
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down? If only I
Loud
heard the sound
noises.
when he fell.
Could be.
It would have been a great clue.
Or his scream.
Or the scream?
He's not the type to let out a scream.
If only Nekomaru's alarm was loud enough, we would have heard it too.
There's no point in saying that. If does not exist in this world.
Huh. By how much did the killer adjust the time inside the building? How would I even figure that out?
If the time in the building...
Let me double check all the things. So Akane's account is here, which says what again? Apparently, Connie heard a rumbling noise at around 5:30. She heard a rumbling noise at 5:30. This could be my answer. Because if she heard it at 5:30, then the clocks were at 7 when we went out to see him. That means it was about 2.5 hours later, right? Wait, yeah, no, 2 hours later. Sorry. So, yeah, so if she heard it at 5:30 and he died at 7:30, that's 2 hours off, basically. That means it's just 2 hours off. Period. End of story. And thus it was 9 o'clock when it was 7 o'clock. Yeah, okay, that's my answer right there. It's a Connie's account.
Building was all messed up.
The question is, which thing do I use it
Then
on?
we can only rely on Nekomaru's
There was a lot of
radio
things
clock.
here.
The time of death. It's clearly 7:30 a.m.
And there's no denying that.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be? In our time.
Uh-huh.
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that
There
down?
is. There is.
If only I heard the sound when he fell.
This? That's
I
it.
agree with
All
that.
right. We heard the sound at 5:30. Boom. Boom. Let's go.
That's right. We should have heard the sound he made when he fell. Wasn't it that rumbling noise?
Rumbling? I thought it was just an earthquake, so I went back to sleep. Was that the sound from when Nekomaru fell?
Certainly possible.
Well, a huge body fell from the 4th floor to the 1st, and the pillar fell with it. It's obvious we'd hear the impact sound.
We heard that noise too.
It was when we were gathered at the Strawberry House Lounge. What is it, Sonia?
Oh, well. That sound everyone heard? I did not hear it at all.
Huh?
You probably didn't hear it because you were sleeping.
I could not sleep at all. I was awake the whole night with hunger pangs.
There's nothing to worry about. What's important is that rumbling noise anyway.
If we use that rumbling sound as a reference, we might be able to figure out how much our time was off.
I heard that sound probably around 5:30 in the morning.
Huh? You can tell?
I instantly woke up and left my room. And that's when I saw the clock in the lounge.
Excellent work, Akane!
That rumbling sound we heard at 5:30 a.m. It's like the answer to how much our time was off was literally right in front of us. It's 2 hours.
I see! Nekomaru's alarm went off at 7:30, and if we heard the sound of his impact at 5:30, that means our time was off by 2 hours.
2 hours? That much?
We were starving pretty badly. There's no way we would have noticed.
Plus, the funhouse has no windows. And there weren't any Monokuma announcements either.
Yeah, so all their times are all fucked up.
However, for what reason did the killer alter our perception of time?
The reason is obvious. So they could lure out just Nekomaru.
That is true, because he runs on real time. So that is the case. So if they were trying to lure out Nekomaru, again, all this leads to it could have been someone or it could have been no one. We still have not ruled out that Nekomaru did this to himself. That has not been ruled out whatsoever.
If you messed with the clocks and used a specific thing, you definitely get Nekomaru to the tower alone, right? From there, the killer's plan was a splendid success. That's all it means.
Besides messing with the time, the killer would also use a specific thing. If they were trying to lure only Nekomaru, and that specific thing is... Sorry, I did not read all of what he just said. Can I read it again? How do I open up the last lines? Is it the middle button? Shit, I clicked the share button. Fuck. If they were trying to lure only Nekomaru, then that specific thing is, the clock's alarm? In order to lure only Nekomaru, did the killer take advantage of the clock's alarm? You mean the clock in the lounge that Fuyuhiko and the others heard? But Nekomaru didn't go there. What's the point of luring him out to the lounge anyways? Are you suggesting that the killer and Nekomaru took a stroll to the crime scene, just the two of them?
Damn it!
Okay, let me read what I said again. Besides messing with the time, the killer also used a specific thing. If they were trying to lure only Nekomaru, then that specific thing is... Monokuma Tai Chi?
I see.
Yeah, because everybody goes to Monokuma Tai Chi at a certain
The killer
time.
made use of
Right.
the Monokuma Tai
So
Chi
that would
activity
mean
in the morning.
Nekomaru was headed to Tai Chi because he knew the real time. Got it. Got it.
How did they use it?
Sorry, I was like reading the words but not registering them in my head for a second there.
We were required to go to Grape Tower every morning at 7 a.m. for that activity.
Exactly,
right?
exactly.
But if they mess with all the clocks inside the building, what would that do to us?
We wouldn't be able to attend on time, but that wouldn't affect Nekomaru.
Exactly.
His radio clock had the exact time.
Exactly.
That's right. In doing so, the killer was able to lure him to the tower by himself at the precise time.
Then, when I witnessed Nekomaru early in the morning,
If I recall, you witnessed Nekomaru around 5 a.m.
Oh, okay.
And if that time was also 2 hours off, it should have been 7 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. I forgot what Fuyuhiko even said. Was that even part of his account? I don't remember. I don't remember
At
him
that
saying a time.
He was heading over to Monokuma Tai Chi, right on schedule.
Exactly.
I see. Now that I think about it, I realize what Monokuma meant when he said those words.
Too early. He didn't even ask you yet.
Jeez, how outrageous. I honestly didn't expect everyone to ditch Monokuma Tai Chi. Ah, he did say that, and I do remember him saying that, and I knew it had to do with weird timings, but now that line 100% makes sense. Turned out like this after all, so I guess it can't be helped.
When you said everyone, you were including us, right? We thought we came to the tower on time, but in truth, it was way past the meeting time.
Ah, jeez. That's, well, how should I put it? What was it? You know, tripping over a foot or something like that.
Are you talking about tripping over someone else's fault?
Wrong! Too bad.
Liar! I'm right!
That's not it. It's incorrect.
That's definitely the correct answer. You always get so stubborn like this.
Let's just ignore the peanut gallery. Now that we've found out how the killer lured Nekomaru, the number of suspects has drastically decreased.
Oh yeah? You seem to think so, Nagito? But why has the number of suspects drastically decreased? Find out next time on Let's Play Danganronpa 2. I know, I'm leaving you hanging here, but again, strapped for time, gotta cut it somewhere. Perfect timing, because I think we're going to be on the case of who did it now, if anyone, and then we'll probably wrap up this trial in the next episode. I'm thinking maybe. So either way, I'm going to call it here before we get sucked into a new argument. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.